guest on Behind the Stream is HTF Commander, who is also known in our community as Souza, whether it be Tim or whether it be Austin, who knows, it could even be Bernard. But you can find him playing GTA RP as himself, as a cop, or he could be Bernard with his crazy brother Kenneth. And if you haven't met Kenneth and Bernard, then you're in for a treat. If not playing RP, he does some hilarious, scary games, which I don't know. That game we played the other night was not that scary. Or some old men on the high seas in Sea of Thieves. He is a proud member of the Pipeline community and has had his channel going for a little over a year now. Took a little break, but he's back. And when he is not playing games or attempting to make others laugh, you'll find him at his day job working in the law enforcement community. He currently holds the rank of corporal in real life with his agency. And of course, he wants to move up the food chain there. Souza is truly the community man. Welcome, HTF, Souza, Commander, whatever you go by these days. Welcome to Behind the Screen. What's up, man?
How's it going? It's a plethora of names, and we couldn't be more proud to continue all these names, and heck, we may even add some more into the mix.
I'm sure you will, because there's a lot of room for us to grow. So tell me, what do you want us to know about you? What do you want us to know about Souza?
Well, I've grew up in the law enforcement, military, security background my whole life, honestly. Following my dad, who was in the Navy, who is now a federal and state law enforcement officer. So I really try to fill those shoes every day and just be there for everybody. As we already know, I'm a community man. I'm 100% there for everybody else and myself. My door is always open to everybody. If you live close to me, you have a code to get into my house. I'm just truly here for the community and everybody else, and to be a part and make this something great.
Awesome. So what's your story? How did you get to where you are?
Well, it started when I was young. When I turned the age of 14, I became a law enforcement explorer. Did that all the way up until senior year of high school, which I had to leave the Explorer program to focus on school because I got senioritis freshman year. So I truly needed to focus on graduating, honestly, and that's because I just didn't care at that point. I began focusing on law enforcement the moment I turned 18, when I got my first job, just working at a small-time car dealership and working on people skills, because being in the law enforcement community or any type of the para law enforcement communities, what's the most thing you got to do is you got to talk to people. So I began there. From there, I transferred into a call center. I used to work for Verizon. I was a call center manager by the time I left, and managed a team, which is exactly what you have to do in the Leo community as well. So I've just truly taken the steps to better myself to get to where I am today. I began my career with my agency in the agency I'm currently with in 2019. It took 2 years for me to become a corporal, and I'm currently a corporal of the Homeless Task Force, which is the name HTF. And now we're here today, continuing to grow, focusing on the streaming community and just trying to make the best of it.
Awesome. Yeah, I was going to explain what HTF was if you hadn't. So
yes.
We got it there. It does stand for something.
It does. It is the Homeless Task Force. And, funny story with it is when I created the HTF Facebook page, I got so much hate because some people assume that the Homeless Task Force is a group of individuals that are set to just extinct the homeless population. But that's not what we do. Granted, there's times in those dark times that we have to remove people from certain areas, sidewalks, railroad encampments. There is those times, but the goal of the Homeless Task Force is, of course, to maintain the community, but as well as try to help them, get them back on their feet, provide them resources. If I can take the time out of my day to drive you to the homeless shelter in the area, I will. I want you to get back on your feet. I don't want to see you continue to live on the streets. And I got into a Facebook debate with some random commenter about what we did, and then all of a sudden his posts were deleted. So it is a real thing. A homeless task force is a real thing, but it's not exactly what it meant or what people believe it to be.
Good. Yeah. Who hasn't gotten into a debate with a commenter?
Exactly.
A keyboard warrior.
Yeah, there you go.
So focusing on your stream. So what's a piece of gear you can't stream without? What do you use every time you set up the mic and the keyboard?
Well, one is definitely the lights in the room. I don't know if you can see them very well here. Just to kind of create a better environment. When we're playing spooky games, the lights are dimmed. But I truly can't do a lot of the stuff without the Stream Deck. I love the Stream Deck. It was a piece I bought before I took a break from streaming. And then I finally plugged it in and started to tweak with it. And it's a lot nicer to be able to change a scene as well as mute yourself or stop this, stop that. So I truly love the Stream Deck and the lights. And those two I can't really live without.
Good deal. Yeah, same thing. I love my Stream Deck. And I changed all my lights to blue just for you today.
Absolutely.
I was going to go blue and white, but I think that would have been a little bright. But
even though we got that flag in the
for
background
Sousa today. Yeah, got the flag with of course it is a red, thin red line. But
we'll discuss that later.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, every cop wants to be a fireman. Come on.
Of course, we just want to sleep in a recliner all day.
So who did you look up to when you started streaming? Who was your content creator, your go-to guy that you looked to for inspiration?
When I first started seeing the Twitch stuff, the biggest person I watched was good old Timmy the Tapman.
Oh yeah.
He was the primary focus of the person I watched. Now, when I started to begin my streaming career, Lucci TV and Mark Clark were becoming very popular within the stream community as well as TikTok. So I kind of watched what they did. Designing backgrounds, having the lights, having those fun moments within the stream that a lot of streamers do. But the big person that I always found myself resorting back to is Timmy the Tapman. I love his content. Love watching him rage, which you'll probably see me do that in the near future with some of these games we play. But just all around, kind of watching what he does, how he interacts with his community, and makes it great.
He's a character. Let me tell
Absolutely.
You, on and off screen.
Yes.
You just see that in some of his videos. So, I know a lot of what you do is an open book. It's how you and I met. It's how you and I became besties. So what's a goal that you set up? And I know Pipeline teaches about that. What's a goal that you set up that maybe nobody knows about? What's your aspiration? Where do you want to go?
Not to be stereotypical, but the big goal is definitely to become a full-time streamer. If I could do it as well as supporting my family and continue the luxuries that I'm afforded today due to my real job, I definitely would. I would love to be a full-time streamer. The goal at the moment is to successfully be a part-time streamer, even when on this full-time gaming schedule. So it's not so much hidden, but I would definitely love to at least kind of bridge that gap of full-time and part-time and kind of have that nice common ground where I could go either way, debating on how the community interacts with me.
So you think you could leave the law enforcement community to be a streamer full-time?
I could. I'm working on my third knee surgery because of this job. So I am ready.
I got you.
The wife wants me to quit immediately.
Oh, I bet she does.
Yes.
Any hidden talents or surprising hobbies that we don't know about besides streaming? I know that's not really a surprising hobby. That's why we're here. But
surprising hobbies is I have a fanatic for aviation. The goal is to potentially, depending on medical, is to be a helicopter pilot. And that's a different goal from the one I have now. I would love to be in an EMS helicopter as the pilot, or law enforcement. In our local area, our pilots are civilian contractors with the agency. So there's opportunity for that where I don't necessarily have to be within the department. So that's kind of the thing. Is I love aviation. I want to fly helicopters. My brother-in-law, he's a airline pilot, so he's kind of a guiding step. But we go up and we go fly airplanes. Well, used to at least once a week. That way, I can bridge that gap of fixed wing to rotary.
That's a totally doable goal. I mean,
Absolutely.
Given today's day and time, it's totally doable. And I know here, the life flight helicopters that we have on the East Coast are members of the department, and they are, between that and flight medic, they are the hardest positions to get into, and the only law enforcement agency that has a helicopter that actually actively uses it is the Highway Patrol here. So there was only, we're not huge, but that's one route that they have to take. So
yeah, like in California, CHP, you got to be with the agency at least 5 to 10 years before you can even be looked at to be on the helicopter in whatever role or rank.
Yeah.
So and going into EMS, just in my local area, you got to have 1,200 hours of flight time before you can apply.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of flight time.
Yes.
It's a lot of flight time. So, so thinking back for when you started in that, I guess, that law enforcement explorer post kind of situation, did you always want to be a cop?
Definitely. Like I said, I wanted to follow in my father's footsteps.
Yeah.
He was in the military, moved around a lot. That's not what I want to follow. But when he finally became retired from the military, he went to the academy right away. That's what he wanted to do. And
Gotcha.
Growing up in this environment and being able to interact with the community in the ways that you can, just one, being a human, and two, being in the role, that's who I am. I'm not there to give everybody a hard time or ruin someone's day. You can even see that in the RP content. I haven't written any tickets in the game either. So I'm just all around trying to be a part of the community, and if we can take some of the bad apples out of the situation and replace them with good ones, I think we can be on the right track. So it's something that I've always wanted to do.
Yeah, good deal. Good deal. So where do you see your gaming content creation side in 5-10 years down the road?
If we can absolutely achieve the fact that we can become a full-time streamer, we're going to do everything. We'll reorganize this room. VR is becoming a very popular thing in mini games. Even ones that have already existed are coming out in that content. And I would love to be a part of that, minus the nausea that I see people get from it.
Yeah.
But, I definitely want to continue.
You like those spooky games?
Yeah. Just could you imagine doing that with a VR headset on?
No, I cannot. I'd scream like a little girl.
I couldn't either. I just think that that's kind of the route we're going, and we see all these new tools that are being created. Like the walking pads, so you can walk in place on like the little sphere thing.
Yeah.
It activates.
Almost looks like a trampoline.
Yeah. And, it would definitely be fun to take part in that. But just as far as content creation, my goal at the end of the day is to provide something for the community that they're going to enjoy. I don't want somebody to click on a VOD or a YouTube short or something like that and immediately be like, never mind. So I want to make sure that we continue to make the community laugh. We know Bernard and Kenneth and Richard and Mary Beth and all of us.
They haven't met Richard yet.
Well, we don't know.
Well, they probably will by the time this comes out.
Absolutely. And we are going to continue to build that content that is just hilarious. And at the end of the day, yeah, we may do some crime, but we'll sit there arguing with each other like we're all a married couple, and just continue to make everybody laugh. And that is the goal of the content creation. I'm not here to be an informative content creator as far as like, oh, this is how you play the game. Here's my playthrough. It's boring. Some people find it good, but not me. I just want to make sure that you click on something and you enjoy it and you can make someone laugh. And that's where we're going.
Good deal.
100%.
Good deal. Awesome. So where are you headed next? What's the next thing for you? Is you sticking in RP, or you going to continue to do the kind of variety stuff you've been doing?
It's truly hard to say at this time. Coming back from an 8-month break, we're trying to rebuild the channel. We've done a complete rebrand. We've truly tried to change everything going forward. The reason we're doing these variety streams at this time is because we're trying to see what the community wants to see, what's hitting in a sense, and to make it, fun, as well as trying to look at the analytics on our end. GTA is a big hit, absolutely. But as we all know, it can kind of be mind-boggling to be in character 24/7 or flipping between two characters. But we are looking at GTAV RP as a main focus of the 3 that we already have, which are Scary Games, GTA, and Sea of Thieves. But we are we're constantly watching the changes of the community, the analytics of it all, and seeing what people want.
Good. Yeah, I need to get out there on the ocean with you guys, because I haven't been able to do that yet, and I stink at Sea of Thieves. So
it is fun shooting my dog through a cannon. Absolutely.
Oh, it's fun shooting anybody through a cannon. Yes. Smithy shot me through a cannon one time.
Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do,
All righty. You ready for the lightning round?
Hit me.
Hit you. Okay. So the idea on the lightning round, 1 word, 1 sentence, 1 phrase, quick hit answers. I'm going to roll these right off the tongue pretty quickly. So what's your favorite curse word? Okay. Okay. On a scale of 1 to Irishman, how's your drinking game?
Pretty high.
Okay. Okay. Who has it easier, men or women?
I'm going to say women. Women's rights and whatnot.
I was waiting for you to say something.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Instagram account you're following right now? What makes you tick?
Definitely like 9line and Grunt Style. I love seeing the new content going forward.
Oh yeah, they got some good stuff. Fastest speed you've ever had to chase someone? I should say in a car.
Yeah, I maxed out the back when we had the Crown Vics 120. It started to shake.
120. Okay.
120. It started to shake.
Okay. Awesome. Stale Sour Patch Kids or fresh circus peanuts?
I'll take some Sour Patch Kids any day.
My man. Disney or Universal?
Disney.
Okay. All right, last one. When people stand up for a standing ovation, are you usually the one of the earlier people to stand or the later?
Probably later, because I want to make sure the whole room is standing, yes.
Okay. You don't want to be the only one.
No. I don't like attention.
Okay. I get with that. And yet you're on a podcast talking about yourself.
Yes. I really had to get the anxiety out before we started.
Brother, I certainly appreciate you hanging out with me. This has been absolutely amazing. Trying to keep this short. I think we did a great job with it. Thank you guys for joining us. Like, share, review. Give us a 5-star review on iTunes, Amazon, wherever you get your podcasts. And whenever you see this on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram stories, all that kind of good stuff. Souza and I will be your 5-star bestie if you leave us 5 stars. So give me your 30-second commercial. This is where can people reach you? How can they come see you?
We're on pretty much a majority of the social medias. TikTok, we're HTF __Commander. On Twitter, we're HTF Commander just by itself, and definitely on the Twitch channel, which is HTF_Commander. We're continuing to grow on the Twitch, as well as we're focusing some TikTok content, and I look forward to seeing you all.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. We'll talk to you later, Flash.